Hey everyone, just a quick reminder, it is December, and that means every video in December has a chance for you to win a free game. All you have to do to enter is leave a comment on that video for a chance to win. More information in the description. You know that whole concept of writing letters to somebody and not actually sending it? Yeah, I've been doing that right now. This is take number 3. Welcome friends, Lost Scarf here. And I am depressed, and I'm working through it. So let's talk about the channel before I talk about that. So the channel, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, finished the game myself, the LP, it's all recording everything. When I hit level 80, I'm like, holy crap, I am only at like Parallel Quest 60 or something. I'm like, whoa, I'm at the cap, so screw it, let's just do story mode, forget it. Get through all that. There's a lot of funny moments, a lot of interesting moments. There are some intense and amazing moments. I really enjoy the story. I think the ending was better in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1. But overall, 2 was pretty good. I think Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 was pretty good. The teacher system was definitely better in 2. It was just pretty fun. Like, they're just both very fun games. So you buy one, it's worth buying the other, in my opinion. Pretty good. Just fun. Just fun. And there's still parallel quests for me to do. Just when I got time to do them, because I have other things I got to take care of. Batman, I had no clue the other chapter's been coming out, so at some point we'll get on Batman and get that taken care of and finish that out. After Batman's universe, we're going to do some other projects. Boob Ninjas will come out at some point. Jinx has already been working on that. If you saw the Twitter link on Jinx using image stabilization on the boobs, and you just see how badly the camera oh my god. Oh my god. Boob Ninjas is ridiculous. Of course, we're doing Hearthstone right now with gadgets in, so a lot of fun right there. We're going to put stream highlights of that eventually coming up. And you're just going to see how bad I am at Hearthstone right now. It's been like a year or 2. I can't remember. It's been a long time. Since I played it seriously. When we did Cthulhu, I played it for like a couple weeks and I was just done because I really was turned off by the fact I was out of standard. And I'm still out of standard, but I'm more in standard than I was before. But we're going to do a couple gadgets and stuff. And then, in the next year when, I've said this so many times now, they're vlogs, but in the next year when we get into full-on standard, 100% standard, that is where I'm going to just put a lot of Hearthstone stuff out, I feel. Diva Guide came out, Reaper Guide comes out next week, I think it's Zenyatta after, Winston after that, and F if I remember who comes after Winston. Cannot remember. We eventually we'll get everyone done, and that'll be great, because I like making guides. And I gotta figure out what I want to do out of that. Well, I have some other guides I want to do besides the heroes, but I want to get all the heroes done first. The other thing is channel related. So there's some ideas I really want to do, which is why I don't have any LPs planned after Dragon Ball Xenoverse and after, Batman. I have some ideas I really want to pull out there. Overwatch, of course, is going to still come out like 3 times a week, but there's some other things I really want to do. And I want to push into them full weight right into them. Of course, part of what's going to affect how much I really do is I'm applying for a job and I have a chance of getting an interview. Right now they're reviewing applications, but I meet the criteria so well that it would be ridiculous if I don't even get an interview, I feel. So we'll see if I get a job soon and how that'll affect things. Like, it's another opening, another chance. We failed the last one. Hopefully we can get this one. We'll see. Dishonored 2 LP stream will come up sometime soon. It's just I've been doing Hearthstone, so I just haven't done Dishonored, but at some point I will do that. And tonight, well, this will come out after it, but in 90 minutes I'm going to do the Overwatch stream. Every Saturday is, of course, Overwatch. Doing arcade mode to get the chests. Sunday is going to be Cave Story. We'll do Cave Story Sunday nights. I don't know how long that game is. We'll do Cave Story, though. Black would be happy to hear about that. And I think that is everything before talking about what I want to talk about. Every week what I talk about is whatever's on my mind at the time. And like if I did a video on Monday, it'd be different from a video on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like if I did a daily vlog, each day would be different. Like what I want to talk about early in the week, coming to Saturday, is going to be different from what I actually want to talk about on Saturday, because things happen. And thing happened today. Like, I wanted to talk about fake news, but instead, I gotta talk about failure, because I'm freaking depressed about it right now. I'm not showing it too well, because this is the 3rd take, so those other ones, I was not very good in those because of how depressed I was, and talking it out has pushed me a little bit further out of it. So there's that. But that's the thing to talk about right now for me, and that is failure. I failed again. I keep failing. I am tired of failing. I'm so tired of it. I'm really tired of it. I failed. I'm really good at impressing people and then screwing something up, and it really ticks me off. Today, it was the backflow tester test. And in that one, you have to test these 4 apparatuses, or these 4 assemblies. They're called RP, DC, PVB, and SVB. And RP, DC, and PVB, I was freaking perfect. I was immaculate. I just breezed through them like they were nothing. It was amazing. And then the SVB, I screwed up 2 steps in it. And I didn't notice. And I failed. And the tester was like, it was a pleasure to watch. And it was so painful to watch the end of that because you were so good. And it was just like, fudge. This is my life over and over and over again. I'm really good at impressing people in real life. Like, I'm not really good at advertising myself. And I think this is why I kind of impress people. I'm a very quiet person. I'm very much a loner. I'm an introvert. So I just keep to myself. And in real life, when it comes time to do tests or to do these certifications or do these state tests or do an interview or just whatever, I surprise people. I do a very good job of surprising them, and I impress them very well. But I always make some tiny mistake that just kills me. That I fail. I just fail from some little mistake. Because in backflow testing, you must be 100% perfect. You cannot be, as I graded, 95%. 5% off, I lose. I fail the test. Very frustrating. And that sucks. And you have to be perfect, because if you're not perfect, people die. I understand. It's just so frustrating to fail again. Again, I'm past depression, but I'm still not happy, of course. And it just sucks. It just sucks. It freaking sucks. Before that, of course, was the job interview. I thought it was really strong. I thought I had a really good chance. And they didn't pick me up, and it crushed me. And I keep thinking I'm going to succeed, and then I fail again. I keep thinking I'm going to pull it off, and then I fail again. And it is so freaking frustrating. It is so many times. This is my life. Some of you aren't familiar, well, some of you are. Because I've done this speech a few times, and part of it is just for me to get through. The one fail that is probably the most important failure is when I did not succeed in killing myself. Can't remember how many years back it's been. But I failed at that, and thankfully I failed at that. Things just got too much at the time. I lost my job. I lost my girlfriend that I wanted to be with. Everything felt like it was falling apart. And so I tried, and I failed. I failed another thing. But it's an important failure, of course. I talk about failure once every while. Partially because I keep failing, but also because it's important to remind myself and to remind others that failure is not the end until you let it be the end. This is what's important. There's all these inspirational things about these people who failed and they succeeded. Like, that's great. That's always awesome to see, of course. See Michael Jordan, the failure thing on him, how he got cut from his high school team, I think it was. Like, they just didn't take him. But then he turned around and, well, he's Michael freaking Jordan. There's the Abraham Lincoln one. There's other ones I can't think of right now. I should have looked it up before I did this, but obviously I'm not going to look it up. I'm too not happy. But there's all these failures that become successes eventually. That's what happens. And it's partially because, well, you got to keep at it. If you don't keep at it, you're just going to not do anything. You're not going to go anywhere. It's important to keep trying, because if you stop trying, you're not going to go anywhere. You're never going to succeed. You have to keep trying. As painful as it is, you have to keep trying. You can't win without trying, and you can't lose without it either. You have to try to make one of those two happen. That's how it is. So you have to keep trying, and not trying at all, it's kind of a loss anyway, because, well, you lose by default in that way, because you're not progressing. which is never good. You should always try to progress, I feel. That's important. I really want to become a success one of these goddamn days so I can say, here guys, you can fail and eventually succeed. I'm not there yet, so it's the pain of trying to get there. And if I never get there, it'll suck, but some people have gotten there. And that's what's important, is it is possible. And as painful as it is to try to get to success, the alternative is nothing at all, and I'd rather not the alternative. The original topic I wanted to talk about this week was the fake news, because there's just been so much of it. Like, there's been too much fake news over, like, the last, well, not even the last year, but most of the existence of the internet has been fake news, but it was so impactful this year. Extremely impactful. It's very not good. To the point that people think real news is fake and fake news is real. It is because we all will take the news that is good to our narrative, that works for our narrative, and we want that to be the thing that works out. And so we take that and run with that, which is not good. It's obviously not good. Like, we've lost the ability to be skeptical. We're only skeptical of things we disagree with. We're never skeptical of things we agree with, which is a problem. And what makes it worse is we have like Snopes. Snopes has been regarded for a long time as a neutral group that tries to find the truth in things. But because of truthiness and fake news and how politicized facts have become, which is really weird, Snopes is considered leftist, which is really weird. I find that very odd. Politico is considered leftist. PolitiFact is considered leftist. Even NPR is considered leftist. And I always saw these as neutral groups. It's so weird to see that. And so what will come out of that will be, of course, these groups that will either say they're neutral or that they're for the right version of Snopes, or the neutral version of Snopes, they'll say, but they're going to potentially be bent in the other direction, which means we might have two different sides of the truth, which is scary and not so great. That was the original topic I want to talk about and elaborate on. I want to elaborate on that quite a bit, because the problem is that facts have become politicized, which is really weird, and that is not good, because wide majority, a lot of the facts were coming from the left side, with the right talking about feelings, or that, well, these are your facts, but they're not my facts. Newt Gingrich was very scary about that. And my problem is I get slapped as a liberal for that shit, which is not right, because I'm not a liberal, I'm a moderate. I follow the truth because I'm a goddamn scientist. That is the more important thing. I'm a scientist. It's important. The truth is important to a scientist. It is, here's what we got. Here's the facts. You have your facts, and then you make your theories. You let your facts inform your theories. You don't let your theories inform your facts. You don't let your biases affect your facts. And yet we have so many biases from so many people affecting the facts. It is so stupid and ridiculous. It is not so great. Is it even possible to penetrate the bubbles? I don't know. I talked about expanding our bubbles. I think in the vast majority, probably not, but it is possible to lead by example and maybe make at least some people not ignorant about where their bubbles are and what they're doing with their bubbles. And maybe that'll spread and spread and spread and spread, and maybe it does become possible to stop this bubble nonsense. But the problem is, I don't know, because I feel like there's too much business and money involved to stop it. Fake news is a business now. It's a scary business. And fact-checking is a business now because of that. Like, there's going to be that, but there's going to be so many people accusing the fact-checkers of being liars, or they're going to make their own fact-checking groups, and those might potentially be biased and just F with the facts, which scares me. The fact that we're in the post-truth era scares me so much as a scientist. Because in science, it's all about the truth. Where we were, where we are, and where we are going. It's all about knowing everything. And you do not get to decide what the facts are. You can only try to understand them. That is science. That is the truth of science. People have perverted science so many times. Fuck Jenny McCarthy. Fuck the guy who wrote that goddamn paper. There are so many conspiracy theories, which is very frustrating because no matter how much you can try to reason with them, they do not care. They got their conspiracy. They believe in it wholeheartedly. It doesn't matter how much evidence you give them. They will never back out of it. They will never stop. Look at Pizzagate. Pizzagate was freaking retarded. It was the stupidest goddamn thing. And freaking the people believe in the conspiracy like, it's really suspicious how all these people are talking about how Pizzagate's nothing, how it shouldn't be a thing because it's a lie. Then why are they defending it so hard? It'd be the same thing if no one said anything. It's like, well, they're not talking about it, which means it's true. No matter what you do, you cannot beat a conspiracy theorist. You shouldn't even try, which is what's frustrating. Because whatever you do, it will work into their narrative. Because either one works. If you do not defend yourself against an accusation, against a conspiracy theorist, the reason why you didn't defend yourself is because since it's true, you're not going to defend yourself because, well, you can't. You got caught in your lie. But if you do defend yourself, it's like you're defending yourself because you're lying. It is very frustrating. Yeah, I got to talk about the topic, sort of. The TLDR of all this. It's important to keep trying in the face of depression. It's important to keep trying in the face of failure, because if you don't, then, well, nothing's going to happen. You're not going to get anywhere better, and that's going to suck. As painful it is to keep trying, you have to keep trying if you want to become something. It takes effort to become something. That's really what it is. You're not going to slide into something. You're not going to roll into it. If you slide into something, congratulations, you succeeded in a way that I couldn't imagine. Good job on that. But for the rest of us, it's going to take work. And that's important. You got to realize you got to put in the work for it. That's what's important. Talking about fake news, it's important to try to understand the fake news. It's important to try to understand just, is this real or not? And do I believe in it because it feeds into my narrative or not? That's very important. Do I believe in it because the scariest thing about this is because we believe in fake news because we're like, it either feeds into our narrative or because we can't believe someone could lie about this. Problem is, people take advantage of that all the time. We get taken advantage of a lot. And you can point out, and I'll point out myself, I fell victim to it. 15,000 voting for Harambe. I thought, I'm like, holy crap, really? Because literally millions of people voted. Figured, okay, there's going to be maybe some, and there were some Harambe votes. There were some Harambe votes, but not 15,000. There were just like a couple. There were a couple write-ins of just stupid things. That was one of them. Because, what was it? Venezuela? Not Venezuela. Brazil? Was it Brazil? One of the South American countries, voting is mandatory, and one time they voted a damn horse, or was it a goat? They voted a horse or a goat into parliament. Because this is the problem of humanity is, you make something mandatory, we're going to treat it like a joke sometimes. We can be really stupid and spiteful. And that's a problem. Like, we can't make voting mandatory. America's a joke anyway. We barely even half of us vote in the first place. We're a damn joke. Which is very unfortunate. It's extremely unfortunate. And if you make it mandatory, we're going to get some really dumb votes on purpose because some people just don't care. Like, it's important to care about politics. It's not, like, fudge. It's important to care about your damn country, obviously. But it's really frustrating how some people just treat it like a joke. And some people, if you voted for one side or the other, I don't care. I'm not happy about a certain vote, obviously. But if you had your reasons for whatever, for this or that, just whatever, if they were like you're voting for economy reasons, you're voting for foreign reasons, whatever reason you're voting for a real reason, then fine. But if you voted as like a joke, like some people did for the Brexit, what the hell's wrong with you? Like, you gotta really vote for real. But the people I really dislike the most are the people who are reveling in the pain the election has caused. There are people who enjoy the salt. There are people who enjoy how mad people got from the election. Those are the worst kinds of people. To revel in the pain of others, I just cannot. I can understand it because we do it all the time. We watch movies to see the villains get their butts kicked, get their asses beat. We watch comedies, like more physical comedies, to just see people get hurt because it's hilarious. But when it happens in real life, that's where I'll draw the line on that. And just people reveling in the pain of the election that some people got, or just God. Pain is part of life. The negatives of life are part of it. Enjoying the negatives of life towards other people, feeling schadenfreude from that, not a fan. I think what 2016 has done more than anything has really beaten me down about enjoying the pain of others. Because I know I was part of that. And it's really, it's beaten part of my rage out of me. And it's beaten a lot of my schadenfreude out of me. Because I just don't care about that anymore. I don't want to be outraged for no good reason anymore. Because we get outraged every goddamn day on the internet all the time. I do get very annoyed and disappointed when I see the videos of just racist people doing very horrible things to people. It's very unfortunate. The vote galvanized some of the more hateful groups. Very frustrating to see that. But not everyone who voted for one side or the other was for whatever negative thing you, the viewer, think they voted for. That's for sure. Not everyone did that. Some people did, but not all of them did. But when you see the extremes, the really, really messed up parts of both the left and the right, it is so frustrating to see that. And I'm trying to check myself on the outrage. It's just a lot more disappointment and just unhappiness with it. But outrage is something I'm curbing because I'm tired of rage. I'm tired of anger. Well, I'm still going to have anger, but I'm tired of rage. Rage is something completely different, actually. I'm tired of that. What I'm talking about is just outright the trolling and seeking salt. And enjoying salt. And just enjoying the outrage of others. And enjoying the pain of others. And that is just wrong. So wrong to me. But we all do it at some point in our lives, I feel like. I know I did it when I was younger. I know I did it a couple years back. And at this point, I'm like, I don't ever want to do that ever again. I don't want to enjoy the pain of another person. I am still in a place of darkness. But I don't want to hurt another person. There are people in a place of darkness that want to just hurt everything around them because they're in a place of hurt. And that's just not right. I don't think it's right. I think you got to use that energy somewhere else, some other way, some better way. There's always a better way. Not the easier way, but there is a better way. That's the vlog. Thank you to Jinx for all of her hard work having to deal with my crap. Always having to deal with my crap. Thank you to you guys and gals for watching this. How many of you actually got to the end of this? I'm actually curious. Let me know. I'm going to assume 3 people. Because sometimes I don't know how well I maintain you guys' attention on these things. I really don't. Some of you actually, the vlog's what you find interesting. But I don't know. I don't know if I just lose y'all or what. I don't know. This is not Scarf's A game. You'll see the A game during the stream, hopefully. But stop dragging. Stop dragging on. So that is the stream. That is the vlog. I'm not going to say I had fun talking, but it was very helpful to talk. Definitely helpful to talk. Talking is important. Venting is important if you do it constructively, and I think this is constructive. Thank you for listening to me and everything I had to say. Thank you to Jinx for all her hard work. Jinx has been a rock for sure. And also thank you for the rock. The rock is amazing. Just putting that out there. But thanks for coming by and see you next time.